Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, the one and only, the Shea Berry. Last night there was a premiere of the news. Well, no, it wasn't a premiere. It was actually episode 2 of season 13 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. It was an interesting episode, so we're gonna dive right in. We're getting introduced to some new characters on the show. Latoya Forever. Latoya Forever did not get a peach. I heard word on the street is that she didn't get a peach because her current husband that she separated from, Adam, did not want the kids or their relationship on the show. So because she wasn't open to sharing everything going on in her life, she's going to be a friend of the show. Now that's been a whole situation in itself, because if you've been keeping up with Latoya Forever like I have, I started watching Latoya Forever when she got pregnant with her first daughter, Samia, who's now 6 years old. She's from Toronto. She's always been messy. She's always been crazy. Like, that's her name. So she's a whole ball of fun. She's Trinidadian, so she has a little Caribbean flavor to her. She's like I said, she's crazy, and I'm interested to see what she brings to the show. So, Juisadora is also a new person to the show. Juisadora, I know her from the game. I really don't know her from anything else besides that. I mean, Instagram, but I just know her as playing herself on the game, who broke up Melanie and Derwin. She's having all these problems with her husband, though. Like, they've been married for 6 years. They've been together for 6.5 years total. They have 2 kids together, and I think she has another from an outside relationship. But during a breakdown of the show, they got into it on their anniversary. Specifically because he went out of town and didn't tell her that he was going out of town for 3 days. Like, if my husband goes out of town for 3 days, real bold to come back home. She had to pry out of him that he went to Tampa. Like, what are you doing in Tampa without me? What you doing at the beach without your wife? Because the only thing at beaches is bikinis. And if I'm not wearing a bikini, then what are you doing there? She was being a little bit too nice about it. Like, sis, you really need to read in between the lines. During the show, there was like a part where all the women were together, and she was explaining how they talk about getting a divorce and then they end up saying, no, we're gonna make it work, we're not gonna get a divorce. And then Latoya was like, well, I'm separated and I really feel separated. There's no back and forth. Even though Latoya is saying that Adam is still in the same household as her, she's like, we don't do this back and forth of being separated, not separated. Like, he served Latoya papers, and she was like, this is just what it is. Meanwhile, Drew was like, yeah, we say we're done, but then we're back together, and then we're done, and then we're back together, and it's just a mess. Kenya says that she's gonna work on getting a divorce from her husband because he's just not present in their relationship, but she wants to keep custody of her daughter. Portia is Angela Davis at this point. I like to see the growth in Portia, because, you know, Portia used to just be kind of like a bobblehead to me. Like, I hate to say it like that, but I feel like now she has a lot of substance to her, and I grant that to her having a daughter now, because, you know, that does change you. Candy is still being Candy. It was Riley's graduation. Riley didn't get the graduation that she wanted due to COVID. I mean, neither did I, so wah, oh well. She decided that she's going to NYU. Riley looks so different from when she first came. I don't know if she's gotten surgery. I don't want to make any claims, but she just looks really different, and I want to know, can you guys tell too? Cynthia is working on getting her dream wedding, even though it's the middle of a pandemic. Well, it was her fiance during the taping of this episode. Her fiance, Mike, was having a conversation with Juisadora's husband, and they were just talking about how difficult marriage can be and dealing with women. And I'm like, Juisadora's husband, he's one to comment because his trifling ass is doing whatever he want to do anyway, going on trips. I miss Nene a lot. Like, I feel like I want those jabs and stuff. Like, I like to see the shade between Marlo and Kenya, but besides that, it just wasn't a lot of flavor. I'm interested to see if Latoya can earn herself a peach. I'm interested to see if Marlo ever gets a peach. I guess above all, I'm super proud of Latoya Forever because I've been a day one stan of hers. Like, I watched her vlogs faithfully, especially when she was pregnant with Samia. So it's like to see her grow from the YouTube platform onto, you know, daytime now. So I really don't know where we ended up because my camera died. Sorry. Just go back to what I was saying about Latoya Forever. I've been watching Latoya ever since the beginning, when she was pregnant with her daughter Samia, who's now 6 years old. And her and Adam have always had an interesting relationship. In her recent vlogs about their separation, basically saying that he isn't lovey-dovey with her and he kind of views their relationship as more of a business transaction. And I just found it to be a really interesting dynamic that I would have liked to see on the Housewives. But I mean, he is the father of her children and he does have a say-so of his kids being on national television and the damage that can do getting their story told to millions of people, what that could do to their kids. So I wouldn't say that Latoya is super duper vain, but she is, if that makes sense. Like, she's very loving, she's very caring, but she loves being the center of attention. She loves being in the spotlight, and I think she's gonna work really hard to get a peach at some point. I miss Nene. I miss the constant back and forths, the little jabs at each other. Like, I need meme content. I need GIFs. I need stuff to tweet about. And it's just not giving that yet. It is early in the season to make predictions of whether or not this is going to be a good season, but I think based off of the storyline so far, I'm tuned in, but I'm not locked. I'm not hooked, you know. I'm not DVRing. I don't even know, do we even DVR? Like, is that still a thing? So that's it for my review. Let me know what you guys think of this show. Let me know what you think of Drew Sidora's husband, because I think he's trash. Latoya looked cute. Kenya's cute. They all look a little chubby. Like, they got the little quarantine 15. They all are looking a little bit, you know, on the thicker side this season, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, I'm all for it. Portia was talking about her relationship a little bit. I mean, I feel like her relationship was never real. I mean, I get it. They might have had feelings for each other and they might have really been together, but in terms of having goals or aspirations towards what she had, like, no. Neither Kenya. Mike seems cool, like he makes Cynthia happy. Todd gave Riley, you know, some bread for graduation. He's cool, I like him. I'll give a review as things go on if I'm interested, because these ladies are gonna have to do a little bit more to lock me in. That's all I have for today though, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'll check y'all in my next video.